see that he was actually the person, you could say, who should have been awarded a trophy because he was the only person who said the things correct. Okay, but most of the Greek philosophers, they rejected their idea, they didn't accept it, and one of the Greek scientists or philosopher who rejected the idea was also one of the foundest one, and the name is Aristotle. Aristotle was the Greek philosopher who said, no, bro, even though you laugh a lot, but this time I'm serious. Your idea is totally wrong. I don't accept it because I think that this matter, all the matter which is present in this world, is made up of water, air, fire, and earth. And this was his statement. So his biggest, you could say, the person who rejected Democritus, okay, was one of the famous one, Aristotle, okay. But Democritus, he made these three statements. Matter is made up of indivisible particle called as atomos, okay. This atomos is an unbreakable particle, okay, but it is present in different sizes and shapes. And third one is atomos can join together to make different substances. So these three statements was from the famous scientist or famous philosopher Democritus. But the problem again was why his idea was rejected. This was because he didn't have an evidence. He didn't have an evidence to prove it. Okay, the evidence was not there. So this was the biggest thing. But he made a platform for different scientists to work on it. Make sense? Excellent. Now after that, the things became very calm. Obviously, there were different Greek philosophers, but the good news is that Miss Binte will not teach you. And directly from 400, 500 BC, I will take you to the 17th century and the modern century, which is near to us. And we will meet another scientist. Name is Antoine Lavoisier. Okay, he was a French scientist. Okay. What did he do? He performed different experiments. Okay, so this is first of all Antoine Lavoisier. I'm talking about 17th century here. Okay, now in 17th century, what happened that the students of 16th century and before, they were very happy because they don't have to study too much. Okay, but he created some torture for us, so we have to study. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, so Antoine Lavoisier, what did he do? He was a French scientist and he performed different types of experiments. He made new compounds. And what happened that he have noticed that when he weighed, okay, so what happened? So here was small weight machine, okay, you could say. So he weighed the chemicals before the reaction and then weighed the compounds that was formed after reaction. Okay, this was the thing. And he found that the total mass of chemicals were same. For example, let me explain you. What did he do? So let's suppose this guy was standing here. This is Antoine Lavoisier. Okay, happy. And he was performing an experiment. And what did he do? Let's suppose he combined hydrogen, okay, and oxygen atom together. So what did he do? He weighed hydrogen atom. I'm just supposing. So here was hydrogen atom. He weighed, let's suppose the mass was 1. Okay, and then he weighed oxygen, okay, and the mass was 1. 1 plus 1 was 2 before reaction. He didn't combine it. It was before reaction. Once he combined it together, okay, and let's suppose he made water, okay, H2O. What happened then? He weighed this H2O together. So he weighed H2O and he noticed that this H2O also have 2. So he said that the total mass before combining an atoms and after combining an atom were same. Okay, this was his statement. Okay, so he weighed the chemicals before the reaction and then weighed the compounds that was formed after reaction, and he found that the total mass of chemicals was same. And on that thing now, this guy was smart because now he have evidence. He proved it. He did experiment. He was not like the Greek philosophers. So what did he do? He made a big statement. He made the law, and the law is law of conservation of mass, on which half of the chemistry lies on. Okay, law of conservation, okay, of mass. This was the law. According to this law, he said that the total